For almost 100 years, men have come to tackle this mountain in their magnificent machines. It's time to add me to that list. Well, the sun is just coming up on this rather chilly morning here in Colorado, and I'm at the base of Pikes Peak Mountain. Now, as you know, once a year, this becomes one of the most challenging, unique racetracks in the world. Now, Lexus this summer came along with a purpose-built effort from Japan. It was what they called the IS F CCS-R, and they did pretty well. And I thought, God, please let me borrow the car. And they said no. But what they did give me was a brand new IS F 350 F Sport, which seems to be perhaps the perfect vehicle for me to go and have a little bit of a sight recce. Now, I have watched all those rather terrifying YouTube videos of people's record-breaking runs up the hill, but nothing can be that bad, can it? Helping me get up this mountain quite capably is the 3.5-litre V6, 306 horsepower IS 350 F Sport. And I have it in Sport Plus mode, which makes things just that bitch more racy. It has great stature, it's tremendously sporty, but pack it with technology and handling abilities, and of course a drivetrain and an engine that really do support the performance DNA of the Lexus brand. There are little twinges of LFA every time I drive it, from the paddle shifts to the way it locks in gear. It has a G sensor when you're going through the corners, so it won't upshift unnecessarily. It's a car that is amazingly capable, and it looks good. It's one of those vehicles they managed to crack the code on, and it looks fast before you go anywhere. Do you know that Pikes Peak is actually the second oldest auto race in the United States? But it was back in 1916 that the state decided that they were going to widen the road in an effort to attract more tourists to the top. So it seemed a good idea to have a unique promotion. So what they did was they opened it up for a rather special kind of hill climb. Well, it obviously worked, because almost a century later, it's one of the most popular, iconic races on the motorsport calendar. I'm going to head my way to the top. So that's 15 corners down, 131 to go. When you think about iconic racetracks around the world, I mean, the long ones are Le Mans 24 Hours, Nürburgring, crazy races like the Baja 1000, but when it comes to a timed event, this is truly unique. It's 12.42 miles, 156 turns, and it climbs 4,720 feet from the start line at mile 7 on the Pikes Peak Highway to the finish at 14,110 feet. No wonder you start to get a bit light on your breathing. In August 2011, when they paved it all the way to the top, it certainly made it faster, which in its own brings on a whole new load of challenges. And when you think about the incredible speed that Sebastian Loeb achieved this year, an 8-minute plus lap, that was unheard of just 2 years ago. So what makes a perfectly sensible car company like Lexus get involved in what, quite honestly, is perhaps the maddest road race I've ever known of? It really stems from the fact that Lexus and the whole F Sport design and engineering team really do love the challenge. Just think about all that technology and the capability of the LFA. But the one thing you can bank on is that whole F Sport engineering team took a ton of lessons away from 2013. And in 2014, I think you'll find they'll be pretty damn competitive. Well, you know, while I had a rather leisurely journey up from mile 7 to the top here, at 14,000+ feet, I must confess that it gave me a really good insight into what it takes to drive up this hill in anger. And kudos to Lexus for having the investment and the foresight to come here year after year. You just take away so many lessons about what you need to do to the car, how the team need to prepare, and what the driver needs to have in his psychology to come up here fast. This definitely is the race to the top of the clouds. And as for me, well, who knows, maybe I'll be back as part of a special edition World's Fastest Car Show as we race to the clouds. Check back each week for more on your eBay Motors mobile app. I'm about to get served coffee from a girl in a bikini in Colorado. Watch this.